morning, Dewey. How are you? Good morning. How are we doing on this fine Sunday morning? I hope you're doing good. And Irish coffee. I love Irish coffee, but today we have our little creature claws on a black, actually it's McDonald's espresso premium roast. Yeah. Good morning, Monkey. How are you? Good evening. How are you, Darkbreaker? I heard you had an enjoyable time at the show last night. So that's awesome. How are we? How are we doing? Happy Sunday. I really like their coffee. Good morning, Deadwalk. How are you? How are we doing? Hopefully everyone is doing well. I'm excited to talk about Puppet Master. We did watch Puppet Master in the Discord, so it's nice and fresh in my brain, especially the leech woman. Ugh. That part is so gross. I don't know why it's so gross, but yeah, I just think that part is really gross. Yeah, I added some new things. Me6 now has achievements for Discord. I'm thinking of some ideas.
Almost every hand you've ever shaken has had a dick in it.
Basically. And I keep forgetting to mute that one. Every time I have Coffee Chat of Horrors. Every time I forget to mute it. And then whenever I make a clip to post on like YouTube and other social media, all you can hear is the dick. Remember, everyone, our goal for the stream is to keep her Oz off topic for as long as possible. Everything Deadwalk gets her back on topic. Creeps. He owes us a dick pic. Hi, James. How are you? That's it. That is why I say it. I always forget it. And there's probably other ones that I've missed as well. Good morning, James. How are you? I have so many sounds in here, right? That it's so hard to remember what's what. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't think my dancing Leatherface will pop up. I don't know. Hell will freeze over first. Exactly, Deadwalk. Exactly. Yes, I have my coffee here. I just ordered a new Coffee Chat of Horror mug from my new store because those mugs are all black. So I just ordered a new one. You're doing good. I got a replacement copy of Firestarter and a copy of Fallen on VHS from Goodwill for $1. Can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. Not at all. That's awesome. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I'm just making sure everything on YouTube is okay. All right, perfect. I was a little leery this morning because our weather is not the greatest, and I was hoping it wasn't going to cause any problems with the stream. I like to test stuff to remind you at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, I guess so. We're going to disable, oopsies, that one as well. I appreciate it, though. I always have a checklist, and I usually forget something on that checklist. So actually last night, I went through everything, turned off channel point rewards, turned off the majority of my sounds, but there is always one or two that gets like lost, right? And then I forget to add it to my list. But Deadwalk, I did add, watch this. I did add Scream Queen Games to the YouTube link. I know I actually do because I forget to text you on Sunday mornings. It's all right. It's all right. I'm usually really busy first thing in the morning. Like I try to sleep in. I try to play dead until about 8 o'clock. And then I get up. I tidy up my house a little bit. I get things ready. So my phone is usually not in the vicinity to where I will actually hear it. And I think my phone is still on Do Not Disturb. So give me a second. Let me turn that off. Because, my phone always goes on Do Not Disturb. Ooh, welcome, King Wild Blue 97. Welcome to the crypt. Thank you for the follow. If you're joining us today, we are going to be doing our deep dive into Puppet Master. We are under a different category today. We are checking out the different category called, I think it's just talking, not just chatting, but talk show and something else. We're seeing what that one's all about.
The benefits are great, but the screamiums will kill ya.
Oh, Zach, thank you so very much for your 40 friggin' months. Like, seriously, thank you. Mwah. I appreciate the 40 months. Talk shows and podcasts. I kind of figured we would probably be better under that category than just chatting. You know? I hope you're having a good day, Zach. I saw the fur baby pictures in the Discord. Thank you, Reaper. Thank you. Reaper, what is our next coffee chat of horrors going to be? What do you have finished? For next CCOH. I know I'm using an older version of Puppet Master. I know. And I know you wanted to redo some of them. But I like these Puppet Master ones. They're nice and black. I like the back black and the colors of them just like bounce. Yeah, you're doing good. Everyone's doing well over at your place. Mom's doing good. We usually wait a few minutes before I get into CCOH because people come in, I want to say good morning to them and not get too sidetracked because we're trying to keep this within a certain realm of time. So easy to get distracted. And hopefully we can get an ad beforehand so we don't get the ad during, you know. Still trying to figure out how those sons of bitches work. The ads. It's the old BW. Oh, okay. This is your new account. Well, awesome. Welcome back. Welcome back, King. Timon has no wet food and I ain't driving in the snow, so he's SOL. Ross, speaking of Puppet Master, do you have any of the Nika? No, I should, though, because I always see them in our Toys R Us and I never buy them. I try not to buy things. It's really hard, but I have seen them in my Toys R Us, and I want to go and pick up some of them. Everybody's good? That's awesome. Mischief Maker, good morning, or actually, good afternoon. How are you? I am doing great, King. Doing great. I can't complain. It's Sunday. I've got coffee. I'm going to chit-chat about horror, so, I mean, you can't get anything better than that. My plans for today, I've got an unboxing. I'm going to sneaky show you quickly. But I got an unboxing to do of Vampire Cosmetics, their Living Dead doll makeup they sent me. So we've got an unboxing to do. I'm super excited about that. I got Chucky Pop for $10 at Superstore. Nice. I didn't even know they were a thing until today. Oh, yeah. Toys R Us here sells the one or two of them. I believe there's only two of them here. But Nika, you can actually go to Nika's website and buy them as well. BWB97. I will try to remember that, King. It's probably easier for me to call you King. Reminding a whole bunch of other letters and numbers that I don't see on a regular basis is quite hard for me. Now, if your name was BWB97, that wouldn't be an issue because I see it, right? But for now, we'll see what I can remember in calling you. Hello, Gullible. How are you? You got some coffee? Nice. So do I. As you can tell, mine is black. I don't drink anything in it. Sometimes I'll get a little feisty and throw some whiskey in that bitch, but not today. Gives Mischief Maker a Viking funeral. What, are you going to set her on fire on a pyre and send her off to sea? She does that already to herself in Sea of Thieves.
ReAnimateHer.
I'm sorry, my username is so hard to say. James? No, it's not. I usually abbreviate James. I know your name is James SMH13. I just usually abbreviate to the first little bit, like James. It's just easier for me to remember and comprehend. You're at work. Oh, I hope work's going good. Was planning on working on CCOH from today. Just spent this week working on Gamer Magazine. Any ideas of what you want me to do first? No, go pick it. Pick one and let me know so then I can announce it for next Sunday. She likes her coffee like she likes her soul. Black. Exactly. Hello, Vashnob. How are you? We won't mention SOT. Okay, Big Wild. I am fabulous. I can't complain. I've got coffee. I have you guys. We're going to chat horror what more can I want on a Sunday morning, right? But I'm doing well. And yeah, I think we're going to dive right into CCOH this morning. And I think I have everything set up. I think all the sounds are quieted. I found a good trailer that's not too horrible, because some of the trailers from 89 are a little grainy. They're definitely, you can tell from their 1989, obviously, because Puppet Master is from 1989. Ra is one of the nicest people I know. Her soul ain't black. unless the wheel falls on sour. Yeah, fuck that wheel. Right in the wheel ass. I don't like that wheel because it always gives me sour. Anyways, let's get into it.
You like scary movies and coffee.
The following show is based on research on horror movies and what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite scary movies. Horde Entertainment or ReAnimateHer is not responsible for the macabre and horror that you are about to witness. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, good morning, my daywalkers. I am ReAnimateHer, your queen of horror, and this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, the only horror show that takes its coffee like it's magic, and that is black. Today's Screams comes from David Schmoller and Charles Band, 1989 cult classic Puppet Master. So buckle up, ghouls, as we traverse through the realms of psychics and puppets. I love Puppet Master for all its cheesiness, and it is hilariously funny. You have to laugh at it because it is a very low budget film, and by low budget, $400,000 USD in 1989. That is low budget. Good morning, Macabre. Good morning, Vaishnav. One of your favorite movie series. Nice. Gullible, I'm glad you're enjoying your new job. You got to have a job that you're going to love. So what Puppet Master is about, if you have yet to see Puppet Master, I'm going to highly recommend it. It's got one of the longest running franchise in horror history, actually, especially for video at home. You just finished doing Judge Dredd franchise special mag. Oh, nice. Very cool, Reaper. 6 Guns for the win. I actually have information on 6 Guns, honestly, on what he was, where they got the idea for 6 Guns. But anyways, let's get into the plot. Psychics find themselves plotted against by a former colleague who committed suicide after discovering animated, murderous puppets. Yes, puppets. All sorts of fun in this movie. All sorts of fun. Is it family friendly? Maybe if your family children are about 13 years of age. Hi, Sarcastic Freedom. How are you? We ain't got no budget, no craft service, man. We don't take no notes, no fucking call sheets, yo. Cecil be demented. Hello, Gen X. Good morning. Good morning, Ace. How are you? I hope everyone is doing good. We are going to watch. Hi, Philip. How are you? We are going to watch the trailer to Puppet Master, the original 1989 trailer for Puppet Master. Forewarning here, if you haven't seen Puppet Master, it's been out for eons. If you haven't seen it, there will be spoilers, okay? If you do not want to hear the spoilers of a movie that came out in 1989, then I guess you can go back to your crypt. But if you want to know more about the movie and how these puppets were created, I would stay tuned. It's just a good Friday night movie. It really is. The whole franchise is great. It's literally cheesy, fun horror. First spoiler, there's puppets. Right? Hello, Feed the Movies. Good morning. Good morning. Dude, not cool. You haven't seen it in forever? We just watched this Thursday night in Discord. Oh, this Thursday night, we're going to be watching a Shudder original, something Destroy Thy Neighbors. We're going to be watching that in the Discord this Thursday night. So if anybody is interested, we're going to get into the trailer. So let me know if you guys have a problem hearing it, because if you do, I will bump it up. Good morning, Dahi. Good morning. FYI, liking this New York filter. Thank you, Ace. I like to separate this from my gaming, and I want this more of like that vintage kind of, if you grew up watching horror hosts of yesteryear, that is the kind of feel I'm trying to give it. You haven't watched Puppet Master in a long time. It's definitely worth a rewatch, guys. Definitely worth a rewatch. All right, let's get into the trailer. Let's see. Boom.
In a house of mysteries,
This hotel seems to have quite a history, Mr. Gallagher.
Who are you people?
a research team with special powers
My God.
She's experiencing the past because we are all joined by our thoughts.
has uncovered an ancient secret.
I have something I want to show you.
Metaphysically speaking, I killed myself.
But they are playing with an evil force.
What would you do with the power?
You can't save her, Alex.
They have given life to a deadly power.
We're all in danger.
And now a box of little toys
I think someone's in the room, Frank.
has become a gang of little terrors. Pinhead, Blade, Ms. Leach, Jester, and Tunneler. Irene Miracle, Paul Lamont, Barbara Crampton, and William Hickey as the Puppet Master.
I love the Puppet Master. It was actually playing a Tales from the Crypt Volume 4 right there. So basically, toy soldiers, but 18 rated. Nice. Your daughter is getting into horror. That's awesome, Vash. Hello, Moon. How are you? Oh, God, that leech lady, it makes me gag every time I see her. Every time. And I love the old man in this movie. Tunneler had the best kill of the movie. Yeah, Tunneler does. Tunneler has it. Oh, there's the one where Blade chops off the fingers of the guy that's holding on to the ceiling so he doesn't fall onto the ground. Leech Woman is your favorite, Philip? Nice. Nice. I'm sorry that you had a rough week there, Feed the Movies. Hopefully it's getting better for you. Reanimator and chat, there are custom wallpapers for CCOH Puppet Master. Thank you very much, Reaper. I appreciate it. All right, let's get into this. So, Puppet Master made its eerie debut in 1989. The budget for this film was $400,000 US, and it went direct to video, home video back in the day. So it didn't have a theatrical release. The $400,000 US budget, that's quite cheap compared to other budgets in the 1980s, even getting into the early 90s. I actually have the first, I think, 3 to 4 Puppet Master movies. Nice. There's a lot. I think I want to say that Puppet Master has the most chapters in a horror franchise, especially in home to video, because all of them were basically home to video, from like film to home, like direct. So I don't think any of them actually had a theatrical debut. And it's done by Charles Band, which you guys know, Full Moon. If you don't know Full Moon Productions, then you need to go and look it up and start watching some Full Moon movies because they are great. A real B rank horror movie. Still jealous of the creepy Dr. Ponytail? Right? Oh, that doctor was so creepy. I have actually, okay. I think I rented this at 7-Eleven by my house when I came out. I remember renting it with pieces. I remember pieces. Yes. Puppet Master it's a lot of fun. It's not a serious horror. It doesn't take itself too serious. There's comedic moments. There are some gory moments. There are some gross moments and some creepy pervy moments. And yes, there is some boobies in this film. The chilling world of animated puppets was brought to life by director David Schmoller. David Schmoller is still owed money, revealing a dispute between him and Charles Band. Now, if you're wondering how come I never heard of David Schmoller, is because David Schmoller was not given credit for this film, believe it or not. 16 movies total, yeah. I rely solely on you and Serial to watch horrors. I don't watch movies normally otherwise. Oh, well, we have some fun movies. I really want to do the stuff. Serial hates the stuff. Blockbuster is where I rented it. Nice, Vash. Nice. By the way, Full Moon has an Amazon channel. Yes, they do. Full Moon does have an Amazon channel. And what's the other one? There's one other offshoot of Full Moon. I can't think of it at the moment. It'll come to me. Now, the puppets are pretty crazy to create. And half the time, there were people behind and underneath those puppets. Some people were actually dressed up in costume for some of the puppet scenes, which I thought was insane because I was like, what? Some people were dressed up as the puppet? There was some people dressed up. But for the most part, it was all stop motion and puppetry that the entire movie is done in. And believe it or not, the puppets have only been on screen for about a total of 7 minutes throughout the whole movie. Hi, Odd One. Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. How are you? I rewatched it this morning. Seems a little darker. Forgot about the elevator. Yes, the elevator assault scene. Yeah, I think everyone forgets that one because it's such a quick scene. Yeah, only 7 minutes, Deadwalk. They're only on screen for 7 minutes in total from the whole movie. They don't make movies like this anymore. No, this is very practical effect. There is no CGI in this film whatsoever. Charles Band, if you know, is known for Demonic Toys and Full Moon Productions, is also associated with creating Puppet Master. Band collaborated with director David Schmoller, who was excluded from the DVD commentary due to credit concerns. David Schmoller never received proper credit for this film, and Charles Band did take all of the credit. And there is some monies owed to David. And I want to say that's probably one of the other reasons why he wasn't invited to the DVD commentary, because of that. I don't know the whole story, and I really didn't want to get into the drama of their story, so I didn't fully research it. But he's definitely owed some money. Deadwalk 2 minutes longer than usually. 7 minutes is impressive. Does the lack of screen time make it that much more worth it with the scenes they're in, though? It does. The scenes that they're in and the way you see, like, what they do with these puppets in this movie in some of the scenes is pretty wild. There's a lot of death scenes in Puppet Master. I believe the body count is between 6 and 7 bodies. So, and it's all puppets that are doing the killing. It's not other people. I never saw the sequels. Do they ever explain who are the two guys that go after the Puppet Master, or did I miss that in this one? Well, the two guys that were going after the Puppet Master were part of this cult, Egyptian satanic kind of thing. That's like basically what it comes down to. And they were going up against him. Or trying to go up against him. But he took himself out because he knew what he was doing was wrong. And he was using... So if you watch the movie, you kind of get an idea that he was using the psychics for their power, right? And using the psychics for their power was an abuse of what they did. Oh, and the leech lady, oof, she gets me, man. Good morning, Shelley's. They use less is more very well. They did, Gore TV. Good morning. I've never seen the Demonic Toys movie, only Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys is not bad. Again, another Charles Band film. And Charles Band got inspiration. Fuck! I forgot to disable that. Shit. I forgot to disable the jump scares. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry. Hello, Quindy. I almost spilled my coffee on me. I knew there was something that I forgot. I knew there was something I forgot. How did that? Oh, because I thought I disabled it. Worth it? Oh, yeah. It scares the shit out of you. It's the last thing I wanted to do. So luckily, I didn't spill my coffee on me. No, that was Vashnam. Shelley's. How are you? I didn't even realize they were still on. I thought I turned off all of the channel points, but I guess maybe I missed one. I must have missed one. Oh, I did. I missed a couple. Oh, yeah. Let's disable those ones before I die again. Let's see. Yeah. Wow. I forgot quite a few of them, which is so weird. I thought I turned them all off. I thought I did. Okay. No more of but very well played, Vash. Very well played. It's too early for that. That's nighttime. Hopefully we'll get it clipped. If not, I will definitely clip it for you guys. I know it happened in the beginning. That was a surprise, right, Philip? Hi, Charity. That is definitely a way to start your morning. Leech Lady definitely takes the prize. Got to go with Strong One, though, just based off of his persistence to get his victim. Oh, Leech Lady was so gross. She's one of my favorites, but every time I see the leech come out of her mouth, and it just makes me gag, because it's one of my fears is having things coming, like bugs crawling into my mouth. And there's a sci-fi movie. Was it called It's Hidden? Or it's a horrible movie. It's not horrible. It's a good movie. We are going to have an ad here very shortly. So we'll get on to the next piece, and then we'll get off topic. I think it's The Hidden is the horror movie. It's got this big nasty leech alien thing. It's so gross. Anyways, Charles Band got the inspiration for the title Puppet Master stemmed from positive feedback on a previous film called The Dungeon Master in 1984. I would suggest looking up The Dungeon Master if you have not seen it. It's another low budget, I want to say B-rated film if you haven't seen Dungeon Master yet. Greetings from medieval England. Hello, government cheese. How are you? Happy Sunday. Hey, Seven, how are you? Good morning. We do have an ad. It's going to start in about 12 seconds. That's actually in a countdown. Leech Woman, I like how we see how and why she was made in part 3. Yes, as you get deeper into the franchise, you get to learn more about each of the puppets. You do. So it's definitely worth getting into the franchise itself. Creepshow, the roach scene. Oh, that got me, Vash. I seen that as a little girl, and that has traumatized me. I think that's where my fear of bugs and things crawling inside my mouth came from. Is from that scene. I believe I was like 8 years old watching Creepshow when I seen that, and that messed with me for life. Yeah, I think it's funny. They tied to the bed guy, couldn't tell the difference between Leech Lady's mouth and his girlfriend until the leeches. I know. How do you not know this? Like, how? I mean, especially with your eyes closed, your other senses are supposed to be heightened. How is your weekend going, Seven? The one with the roaches in the clean apartment? Yeah, Moon, that is the one. It's amazing the things that stick from us from childhood. Yeah. Say there's an ad for about 1 minute and 32 seconds, guys. So we're going to just chill and chit-chat off topic before we roll back in. Because, yes, I'm live streaming on Twitch as well. And Twitch doesn't allow me to turn off ads, where YouTube allows me to turn off ads. So, thanks for the ride, lady. Yes. The creepy doctor didn't have enough blood in his brain to think. No, because it was all elsewhere. Pervy friggin' doctor. I believe the movie is called The Hidden. Anyway, this movie I saw at 12. It really messed me up as well. I only seen pieces of the movie because I wasn't allowed to see it because I was at my aunt's house and she wasn't allowing us to see horror movies. It's more of a sci-fi horror than anything. And it's basically this big, giant, black slug-looking thing. It's huge with these nasty tentacles. I don't know what the fuck they are. Strings of hell on the end of it, right? And this thing goes in someone's mouth, and it takes over their body, and they do these violent things, and they're trying to take over the world or whatever it may be. Anyways, I can't watch it often because it really makes me gag. Because there is a scene where the guy is in the hospital bed and the alien guy is going to end up dying because he was shot and all this other stuff. So he passes that alien back to this guy in the hospital bed. Ugh, it is so gross. So gross. Your favorite story in Creepshow is the crate Fluffy. I love Fluffy. That is adorable. Welcome back on the Twitch side of things, guys. We are about the same age, probably. I'll be 47 this year. Hello, Reaper, on the YouTube side of things, like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I love Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The only Puppet Master I saw was Little Reich. Oh, you should really see all of them. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. That's why I don't like clowns, because I saw the original It as a child and the damn sewer drains. Every time I see a sewer, I'm like, yeah, Pennywise is hanging out down there. Now, if you had a chocolate bar, why not, right? Yeah, it's definitely funny how the things that we have seen in our childhood affect us even in our adulthood. Same thing with arachnophobia. And there is a French... Off topic. There is a French horror movie coming out called Infested, and it's about fucking spiders. The French know how to do horror. They really do. They know how to do horror. They don't hold back. They don't have like this rating system that the North America has. And I am scared and excited to see it because I remember when I seen Arachnophobia for the first time in movie theaters, I still check my slippers and my shoes each time I put my foot into them. It used to scare me, so I didn't want to take a bath anymore. I don't blame you, Philip. That scene was scary. Infested, Klepto would pass out. Exactly. This is your favorite screen. This is a good screen. This is why I utilize these ones. But yeah, you pick the next CCOH, Reaper. Arachnophobia was more funny than scary. Arachnophobia was a dark comedy horror. However, the real fear in that movie came from the fucking spiders. Nothing else was scary but the spiders. The spiders were scary. I watch that movie now and I still feel like I have shit crawling on me. It's not a good time. But yes, let's get back on topic here. All right. Puppet Master revolves around a group of psychics brought together by the mysterious Andre Toulon. Andre Toulon is a puppeteer and occultist, uses an ancient Egyptian spell to bring puppets to life. So feed the movies. So basically what this is about, and those two men in the beginning of the movie were a part of the occultist group. Andre, as you watch the film, you know that he brings psychics together, and these psychics all have different abilities, and he brings them together for a reason, which plays out through the movie. And he does use an Egyptian spell, and the group of people, I'm assuming, is trying to stop him. Shelley's, look at you at your 3-stream streak. Thank you so very much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, my cousin has arachnophobia. It scared the shit out of her. Yeah, it's a horror movie all on its own. Yeah, that's a good thing. Check your shoes. I always check my shoes and my slippers. F that noise. I'm not getting bit by some fucking spider. Nope. Now, the puppets in Puppet Master have a distinct personalities. Each one has a distinct personality, with Blade being the consistent character. Blade is also the only character whose suit does not change from film to film. If you have seen the franchise of Puppet Master, he is the only one that does not change. As all the films progress, he stays the same. And they each have their own ability. Blade, obviously, knives and hooks. Leech Woman has leeches. Screwhead has a screw on top of his head, etc. Arachnophobia is one of the only movies that made me scream. I'm still surprised nobody called the cops. Spiders don't bite, only for defense or eat insects. Very true, but you know what? I've seen some shit in Australia, and those fucking things will eat you, regardless if it's being attacked. And spiders are just gross. I mean, I like them, but I don't like them. They can stay away. As long as they don't come next to me, they can live. Now, if you watched Puppet Master, you'll notice that despite not having lungs, or any other internal organs, the puppet, especially Blade, breathes heavily and sounds out of breath while running at the beginning or in any other parts of the film. Furthermore, throughout the film, the other puppets can be heard panting, grunting, and moaning, and yet none of them actually speak. None of them can speak. They don't have organs. They don't have vocal cords, lungs, stomach, or anything, but you can hear them panting and groaning and grunting throughout the film and actually throughout the franchise. Hello, Draven. How are you? Happy Sunday. You like them from a distance. I do, Charzy. And my spiders in my house, because I stream from a murder basement. My murder basement is not finished. So I do have spiders. However, the spiders of my house know that as long as they do not land on me or physically come into my space bubble, they can live, and they can live a very long and happy life. The minute they come down into my space, they're dead. So they usually just stay away from me. I'll notice them in the corner and be like, I got you. Just stay your fucking six-legged ass up over there. And they seem to understand. Six Gun even laughs, right? And they have no lungs. They have no vocal cords. So it's a funny little thing to pick up. So when we were watching it in Discord on Thursday, I was writing down. So there was a method to my madness on Thursday. The reason why we watched Puppet Master is I needed some things to add to my research. And so what I did is I sat there and I watched Puppet Master with the Horde Thursday night, and I wrote things down, physically wrote them down, the different things that I seen in the film, what I noticed. I was watching it more for research than watching it just to watch it. And I thought it worked out great. Kratos, how are you? How are you feeling? Yes, six-legged asses. I do my best at getting them out of my house safely. I will try not to kill them, but it's really dependent on what they look like. If it's tiny and whatnot, I do try. If it's a daddy long leg, sure. But if it's a wolf spider, I'm sorry, hairspray and a fucking lighter. I am sorry. Those things are ugly. They will jump at me. No thanks. You're goodish. Felt like the deep cleaning and rearranging stuff for the first time since the embolism in July. My lungs are a little tired already, but it's good to finally have a little energy. Oh, that's good. I'm glad supplements are working for you. You're missing legs? Oh, ugh. Like poo, I shoveled just the front sidewalk and I was winded and dizzy. You need eight-legged freaks. That's very true. That's a good movie. Kratos, you need to relax. You need to just heal and rest. No fucking shoveling. No shoveling. Just relax. They have 8 legs. I don't give a fuck if they have 30 legs. Those sons of bitches can just stay away. Disgusting. Oh, good. Oh, God. I used to get big wolf spiders back. Ugh. Nope. Ra is a horror expert, not an arachnid. Exactly. I don't know how many fucking legs these bastards have. All I know is I want nothing to do with them. Up close and nasty. Nothing to do with them. Not at all. All right. Let's get on to the next Puppet Master. The film boasts practical effects like puppetry, animatronics, and clever camera tricks, which it really does rely on. When it comes to the special effects in Puppet Master, practical effects takes the center stage. This film is filled with practical effects, and if you're wanting to learn how to do certain things, this is a film to watch. Especially the way they use their camera and how they film things. If you watch the camera, how the camera is actually faced or posed, it actually helps with you not seeing certain things. The team behind the film utilized puppetry, animatronics, and the whole angle of the camera, so you didn't see certain things of the puppets because they were actual marionettes that they were using. And in order to hide them, the camera tricks is what they had to do to kind of, remove the visuals of their strings, right? Take your time. Trust me, I overdid things. Yeah, definitely. This one is really cool. Yeah, I like this one as well. I have to relax and not be stubborn. Yeah, bitch. Relax. Calm down. Heal. I second that. Spiders, get out of my space. Exactly. The only spider I like is the gremlin spider. The gremlin spider. It's cute. It was groundbreaking at the time. Oh, yeah, definitely. There was only very, very few films at that point in time that actually used puppetry. David Allen is the true puppet master behind these guys. He is actually the film's marionette, and he has already achieved great notoriety for his work on young Sherlock Holmes. The film showcased the boyhood adventures of Sherlock Holmes and John Watson while they were students at a public school, and featured several sequences involving marionettes that earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Visual Effects. So David Allen is a pretty big friggin' deal, and he was a pretty big friggin' deal before Puppet Master came out. Hi, Orthane. How are you? Happy Sunday. I have a spider guide, I think. Did I tell you about that? I have no interest in those goddamn spiders. The Blade doll will always be my fave. How you doing, Blood and Reviews? Blood and Bruise. Jesus Christ, I can't speak this morning. I almost called you Blood and Reviews. By the way, Blood and Bruise is another horror content creator here on YouTube, as well as Charzy. Charzy Lux is another content creator here on YouTube as well, if you guys want to, check them out. I have terrible PTSD nightmares, but they stopped when spiders spun a web in the corner of my room. Every time it respins and takes down, I have nightmares till it rebuilds. Yeah, that's strange. I wonder if that's just something that's stuck in your subconscious. Yeah. Okay, Blade. Blade is a fun one. And like I said earlier, if you missed it, Blade is the only one out of the puppets that has the same outfit. He never changes. That outfit never changes. For one marionette like Blade, obviously, it took 5 different people to maneuver him, all thinking along the same lines. So you have 5 people for one puppet. Just think about that. You have 5 people for one puppet. And that's why these puppets aren't on film the whole time. They're only on there for about 7 minutes. From the time you actually see them to the kills in this film till the end. That is a lot of people. So Blade had 5 people running him, and they all had to be in sync, right? One little fuck up from one person messes up the whole scene. So they had to be on the same line, all on the same line. So if you don't know what a puppet, a marionette is, basically it's a puppet like this that has strings attached to specific parts of the body, usually the head, so it can go like this and like this, the arms, the hands, the legs, depending on what other intricate thing this puppet is going to do. So that's how many people were on the line just for Blade alone. It is a lot of people. Definitely. And if you're just joining us, welcome. We are discussing a deep dive into Puppet Master by David Schmoller and Charles Band. I can't imagine how many people would be in one room running all the puppets when they are on screen at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, so for example, one person had to rotate his head, one had to maneuver his arms, one his legs, and the other his eyes, and one his feet. So that's how many people you have on the same line. According to Mark Rappaport, the cooperation and teamwork of the puppeteers made a huge difference in how accurately the marionette came to life on screen. So they really had to be in sync. And you think about it, you have one person rotating the head, another one maneuvering its arms, its legs, and another person doing its eyes. And so different scenes, they had to make sure that they were all in sync, because you couldn't have his eyes going one way and his head going the other way, or, vice versa with arms and legs and feet, right? Blade was the first puppet that Puppet Master brought to life, right? I believe so. He's one of the first. That definitely would be a cluster. It definitely would be. Hell yes, it would be. That would be Deadwalk. The Muppets. I like the Muppets. The haunting musical backdrop is composed by Richard Band, Charles Band's brother. So if you listen to the music and the eeriness of it, it's actually a pretty good information in that. Stop motion is one of my favorite styles of animation. Wallace and Gromit, Nightmare Before, Corpse Bride. They are very good. There's a little bit of stop motion animation in this film, not a whole hell of a lot, but there is some. The majority is puppet masters, like marionettes. Who doesn't love Muppets? Miss Piggy is your favorite Muppet. Animal is mine. I love Animal. Puppet Master showcase inventive death scenes, which they do. The death scenes are pretty inventive, and stop motion animation is a prominent feature in specific areas of this film. And I wish I had a video to show you what parts were stop motion, but I honestly couldn't find a good copy of what parts were stop motion, so you can kind of have an idea of the marionette side of things compared to the stop motion side of things. Animal for the win. Yeah, exactly. I love Animal. Now, some of the scenes required actual people. You remember me telling you that earlier that there were some people that actually played these puppets. So they, some of the scenes, they had an actual dwarf stunt actor. One of them, her name was Cindy Sorensen. Pinhead's fists during the punching scene are actually the fists of the dwarf stunt woman, Cindy Sorensen, who had to wear the same fingerless gloves and sweater sleeve to make it appear that it was the fist of Pinhead. Cindy cited the most difficult part of those scenes was to keep her head ducked the whole time while holding the Pinhead puppet on her shoulders and give off false punches at the same time. So just think about that. She is a smaller person. She had to keep her head down, but keep her arms out and be able to fake hit and look like Pinhead's arms. And now, of course, you're wondering, Pinhead? No, not Pinhead. You know, I have such sights to show you. Not that guy, not Hell Priest. But Pinhead is a small head on a big body. And it's her fists that you see doing the swinging and the punching. That, yes, that had to take a lot of coordination to get that done. I'm definitely going to have to revisit Puppet Master. Definitely Blood and Bruise. Definitely. You got to revisit the whole franchise because it's a lot of fun. I don't know why this movie always confuses me, but the puppets are pieces of the Puppet Master's soul. Basically, it's an Egyptian spell. Andre Toulon, who is the Puppet Master, he's an occultist, and he also does this Egyptian spell, which puts souls into the dolls, and these puppets are very loyal to Andre, right? And then some shit goes on and they see some stuffs and things change. But again, watch the movie. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. What do you think about those little demon creatures in Puppet Master 4? They're quite little creepy bastards. Leech Woman. Okay, so we know how we like practical effects and how they figured out how to do Leech Woman. Now, Leech Woman has leeches come out of her mouth. Yeah, it's quite gross. And how they did that was Leech Woman's mouth is made of foam latex, which makes the mouth appear to be more flexible whenever Leech Woman coughs up a leech. Only 3/4 of the leech mechanism comes out of the puppet, and then a simple camera cut creates the illusion that an entire leech comes out of Leech Woman's mouth. So that's what they did with their camera tricks. Remember, I told you earlier that they have a lot of camera tricks and angles that they do to create what they've created on scene. And that is how they create Leech Woman's leeches. They're not actually full leeches. The Stuff 1985, that works. So next Coffee Chat of Horrors, which will be next Sunday, will be The Stuff from 1985. This film has made serial killer no longer like yogurt. He does not like yogurt. So we will be doing The Stuff from 1985. We may actually watch that in Discord because I can guarantee you the majority of you have not seen The Stuff. Yes, that's perfect, Reaper. That is perfect. And that is really clever. Well, they had to figure out how to do something without showing everything. And how do you do that, right? You have to do it with camera tricks, illusions. And they pulled it off really well because you never notice that it's not a full leech that comes out of her. Regal, how are you doing? You've seen The Stuff? Yeah, probably a very few people in here have seen The Stuff. I would like to know how much they came up with the idea of Leech Woman and the others. They were making the movie. The inspiration from this, let me see if I have it in here. I know a lot of it was from Dungeon Master, 1984. You love that movie? The Stuff? Yeah, The Stuff is good. I know, like I said, there's going to be some of us that actually have seen The Stuff, and then there's going to be a majority of you that have not seen The Stuff. Because The Stuff was not a AAA title. It was not a huge movie. It was underrated. And people honestly thought it was going to be ridiculous. And it really is. It's a great movie, practical effects. We're going to watch it in Discord so you guys can kind of have an idea of what The Stuff is. I liked how they really drew out the scene because it takes so much longer for the leech to distend, makes it even more gross. Exactly. You've seen how she was trying to pull that up and, gross. Haven't seen this stuff since the 80s. Thank you. Something to revisit. Definitely. Yeah, most definitely a lot of creativity. When creating these Puppet Master when creating the puppets, yeah, 100%. And each doll, each puppet actually has a couple of versions of itself. I was lucky to see this stuff because my dad loves old horror films. Nice, Charzy. You blame cereal? Yeah, forced to watch The Stuff. Cereal hates yogurt because of The Stuff. But we're going to be talking about The Stuff 1985 next Sunday. We're going to deep dive into that shit. So we're going to watch it Thursday in the Discord as well. So you guys can have a fresh look into the film. So that when we do discuss it, you're not sitting there thinking, what the fuck is this? James, if you're free Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be watching The Stuff in Discord. And that goes for anybody who's in the Discord. If you are wanting to watch the movie, just ask for the movie roll. We will give it to you every Thursday and Sunday. We watch movies in the Discord. When it does, like I said, CCOH time, if it's a not so familiar film that I'm talking about, like The Stuff, we will watch it before CCOH. How many Puppet Masters are there? Are they all good, or does it lose its edge after a while? The Puppet Master movies are ridiculously funny. They are, you got to remember, they're not AAA titles. They are low budget, B budget horror films. And they're all done with practical effects, no CGI. So that'll give you an insight into them. They're cheesy horror. You're not going to get like a Michael Myers Halloween vibe from these films because they're not that level of sophistication, if you know what I mean. Hi, Ben. How are you? The stuff makes me think of The Blob. I fucking love The Blob. We're going to add The Blob to CCOH, and we will be getting a remake of The Blob, believe it or not. That is in the works. 16. Sorry, Serial, about doing the stuff. Yeah. You'll be there. I just checked my schedule. Yes, James. Halloween was a wayload. In its time, it was, but it's a different level of horror, Gen X, is what I was trying to get at. And no, only by $100,000, supposedly. Halloween was done for $300,000 budget, but that has actually changed if you listen to some of the interviews and commentary in the collector's edition. I am. I'm scrolling.
What your insides look
There
like.
is. There's going to be another Blob. Don't quote me, but I think The Boys is a film who played brothers were brothers in real life. Possibly. Yeah, but that was about Leech Woman. Leech Woman, you never see the full leeches come out of her mouth because it has creative camera and it creates an illusion that you see a full leech coming out of her mouth. In the very beginning of the film, you see an Asian puppet, right? So the Asian puppet is sitting on the windowsill, staring out of the room. Can be seen staring out the window of Andre Toulon's room. This is a real marionette used in Burmese opera. He's specifically known, and I'm going to butcher the shit out of this name. He is specifically known as Zagwai and occupies the role of the alchemist/musician. Yokai is the art form of Burmese puppetry that originated in royal affluent Burmese houses and then proliferated among the regular population. The marionettes take very dexterous performers to handle, as each one can have nearly 20 strings to control its movements. It's kind of crazy, right? So that puppet that you see is a famous, real marionette used puppet. When I hear that line from Scream, I also think of Scary Movie. I love Scary Movie. Love it. Reinstalling Discord on my phone. Nice, Blood and Bruise. Enjoy your alert, Gothic Storyteller. I have the same problem every time my boss talks, Darcy. If I remember correctly, the stuff was a social commentary movie addressing what consumers put into their bodies. Yes, it was. It definitely was. And we'll dive deeper into that on Sunday. I already know quite a bit of stuff about the stuff. It was one of the films that I used to research just for the fun of it. But I thought that was really cool about that puppet because it's a real marionette used in a pretty huge opera, Burmese opera, and 20 strings, nearly 20 strings to control its movements. It's insane. I just looked that up. Classic looking puppetry. Yes, it is very, very classic looking puppetry. While there are 13 films in the Puppet Master franchise, Puppet Master has become a staple in the horror genre, and it really has, especially to the video section, because it did not get theatrical releases. 20 strings, I can see why more than one person might need to operate. Yeah, right? There's a lot of movement, a lot of sync going on when you're doing puppetry. It's not as easy as it's like, people make it look like to be. You're literally like, if you have one puppet, it's usually just 5 strings, right? And then you see them going like this, and the puppet does the different things. You have more sophisticated puppets and puppetry, as you can tell, Puppet Master, right? I think Puppet Master 3 is the best because you get to know Tulin backstory. Yes. As you get deeper into the franchise, you get to learn more about the puppets and the Puppet Master. We have an ad coming, guys, so we are going to get off topic here very soon. There's an ad that is going to start on the Twitch side of things. Good morning, Vanessa. How are you? I do like... Shit, I haven't seen the rest of the franchise in a long time. It's been a while since I've seen Demonic Toys, since I've seen any of the rest of the Puppet Master films. So I'm going to have to revisit them. I'm revisiting Omen as well because we're getting the first Omen, which I'm really excited for. I'm excited because I think the first Omen, if you've seen my reaction to that trailer, I honestly think it's going to bring us to what happened right before Damien was born and why Damien is Damien now. Didn't I hear that all of the Demonic Toys were getting their own movies? It's a possibility, and I wouldn't be surprised because of Charles Band, right? Good morning. How are you? Oh, that's cool. Heavy sending me some stuff. That's cool. Sorry. We're in a break, right? How you doing, Deepak? How is your Sunday treating you? The first Omen looks like it would be good. I honestly think in the first Omen, I believe it's going to bring us back during the birth of Damien. If you watch my trailer reaction, or if you just watch the trailer, you can see how in the trailer it reverses things, and you see a reverse of everything. That is where I think that we're going to actually see how Damien becomes Damien. There's a part where he becomes Damien, the Blob now, the Omen. Yeah, the Omen is going to be coming out very soon. Stay tapping. Thank you very much. How are you doing this Sunday? The Blob, yeah, it was David Bruckner, is looking to remake the Blob. Now, I don't know if they're looking to remake the Blob from the original Blob, or are they remaking the 1988 Blob, or are they doing just a complete remake and like mashing both? Because 1988 is a beautiful remake of the 1958 The Blob. I think it's a beautiful remake. And I love the original. So I don't know. Do we need a remake of The Blob? No, we really do not. I think the 1988 version is like the best remake out there. If you talk about remakes of films, I think 1988 is an amazing remake of The Blob. You're doing all right? Just watching you and my weed podcast. Nice. Yeah, you like the 88 reblob? Hello, Rainbow Tiger. How are you? I'm thinking I'm going to have to wait on the new Omen. I'm just tired of them adding on to the classics. Well, to keep classics alive, you've got to kind of keep them going without remaking them. Oh, Jeremiah, James, thank you so very much for continuing your sub from Chi Kratos. I appreciate it. I just seen the name Jeremiah pop up, so I said Jeremiah. But the first Omen movie, the priest says that Damien's mother was a jackal. If you can remember in the Omen franchise, it's only 3 and then the remake of the Omen, right? Because the Omen has a remake that happened in 2016. Welcome back from the ad guys on Twitch side of things. That's okay. I answer to anything but Jim. Yeah, I don't like the name Jim. When someone's name is James. Leave the blob alone. Nobody wants a CGI blob. No, I agree with you, Government Cheese. I don't want a CGI blob, but I'm interested in seeing how they can remake this film. I am interested in it. Do you still have my puppets I sent on Discord last year? I have no idea, Rainbow. I am super excited for the new Omen movie. I think it's going to be interesting, Deepak. I was addicted to horror movies a decade ago. I was obsessed with Freddy, Krueger, Chucky, and Jason. There's nothing wrong with that, Vanessa. I'm addicted to them as well. There are too many remakes. You know, we do get tired of remakes, but let me put it to you this way. We want new horror, but when we get new horror, we shit on it. I don't, but many of the horror community shits upon new horror. And then when you do a remake, everyone is up in arms about a remake. Well, make up your mind. You know, do you want new horror that's going to bring something new and maybe something different to the chapter or to the actual genre? Or do you want more remakes? Because I definitely see a pattern. A new movie will come out, new type of horror will come out, and people will shit all on it. And it's just like, well, you want a new fucking movie. Now you don't want a new movie because you're tired of this and you're tired of that. Make up your fucking minds, people. Right, Blood? I mean, I see Twitter all the time. I'm an active Twitter person, and I see film Twitter shit on new horror. Like, oh, what's this piece of shit? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, shut the fuck up. You want new horror. You got it. Enjoy it. Jesus Christ, it makes my blood boil. It's a good thing I'm not wearing my heart monitor because it would be going off the fucking charts right now. Hello, Cog. How are you? The very best horror queen. Been down with the stream since the Mixer days and will be here more often. Awesome. Thank you, Radio. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday. You get what I mean, right, Philip? It's just that people cry about it. I want new horror. They get new horror and then they shit on it. Like, the fuck? What do you want people to do? People just want to whine and cry about every damn thing. I agree. Chloe, Team Leech Lady, thank you very much for the super sticker over on YouTube. That is my super sticker over on YouTube from Chloe. Thank you very much. Remakes are good, but they should justify the original. I agree. I definitely agree. They also shit on games as well. They do, Philip. They do. And I think people who bitch about everything are just negative little Nancys that just need to shut the fuck up. You watched the second Evil Dead. What did you think of it? I want new horror, but I want a good new horror. But what's considered good new horror? I really liked the new horror that's out there that has been dropping. I didn't think they're horrible by any means. The people you're on about generally lack both common sense and intellect. Bah, sheepies. I agree with you, Ace, very much. I feel you there. The people wonder if film producers are afraid to take risks and make something new because they're worried that the rest of the people out there that have giant opinions about movies, that honestly shouldn't have opinions about movies, shit upon them. And I agree with you. There's a reason why people are afraid to come out with new horror. There's a huge reason why. That's hello, Custos. Yeah, I definitely understand that with Transformers. Nobody wants to be stressed. If all give them health issues, stress sucks. New rule: if you want to bitch and moan about everything, then make your own damn movie. 100% macabre. Seriously, you people want new horror, but they shit on it. I thought that was an invasion alarm. Right? An invasion's happening. Thanks for being on today. I had to put my cat out. I know you did, Feed. I'm very sorry for the loss of your fur baby. That really sucks. We have some juju that we can give you in the chat here on YouTube. Juju is just my way of sending some positive love and energy towards you. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but it was okay. Ash just wasn't as likable. So the second Evil Dead was a little bit more serious than the first one. But welcome back from the ad break, guys. Yes, let's get back into Puppet Master because fuck, I squirreled way too hard on that one. I'm a tough critic, but I always make it clear it's just my opinion. Exactly. I don't like every horror movie that's out there, but I always find something to like about the film, right? You don't have to like every horror movie out there. You just don't. If the movie is not for me, I will specifically say that movie was not for me. However, I did like this, this, and this, and I didn't like this, this, and this. So I always give a constructive criticism as to why I disliked something in a film. Because saying I don't like something, thank you for the juju over on Twitch as well. So Feed, you have a lot of juju over on the Twitch side of things for losing your fur baby and over here on the YouTube side of things. I wonder if Michael Myers might have his own franchise. They called it the Michael Myers series. Who knows? He may get one. Yeah, Pat hates yes, Resident Evil, and I'm here thinking about it's the best ever. Yep. She always used to curl up on the couch and watch this with me. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. I don't even like every horror movie made by my friends, but I admire their guts in actually going through the whole process. 100%. I really don't understand why people complain about Leatherface from his game. I love playing as him because people need to complain that the game isn't so easy enough for them to play. I love Leatherface. I know. I'm getting off track. Blame everybody else. Blame everybody else that walk. They're making me go, oh, shiny. They're doing it. Okay. The franchise Puppet Master has inspired many, many fan-made films and spin-offs. So there is quite a few of fan-made films on YouTube that you can check out right now with Puppet Master. Definitely really good one. Art is subjective. Exactly, Government Cheese. It really is. And horror movies are no different from that. Ra is a magpie. Confirmed. Oh, God. Ace. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Because, someone will say something and I'll get into something else. All right. I know. I got derailed. Let's go. Let's do this. Detailed set design adds depth to the film, creating an immersive experience for the viewer. From the ornate rooms of the infamous Bodega Bay Inn to the eerie puppet workshop, Puppet Master's set design adds depth and richness to the film. The attention to detail creates an immersive experience for viewers, drawing them further into the dark world of puppets. The dark world of puppets. That sounds like it could be a good documentary. Us horror fans can't stay on topic. No, I'm really bad for that as well. I was really mad at The Hobbit, for example. That wasn't at all the book. I don't read a lot of books that are based on movies because they're usually not good. I thought you said horny rooms for a second. Ornate. Ornate rooms. I know I talk funny and I have a slight lisp still, but I said ornate. There is a Puppet Master game. Yes, there is. It is an indie title game. Now, this film takes place at Bodega Bay Inn, but the film was not shot in the surrounding area. The prop department built a large model, roughly the dimensions of a refrigerator, and suspended it in the air. So whenever a location was found, the production team would use a suspended model. So a lot of the times that you've seen the Bodega Inn, the Bodega Bay Inn, it wasn't really the Bodega Bay Inn. That was a small model suspended to look like it was on a cliff. The shit that they did in this film with practical effects is amazing. I really suck at speaking now. 12:07. Actually, so I have a clip idea. I think Leech Lady and Jester should have their solo movies. Yeah, there is a game. It's an indie title game, so it's not a licensed IP. Words are hard. Practical sex. Yeah, have you seen my YouTube member behind the scenes of me talking about the codex, the Devil's Codex? If you're a member, or if you're one of my members on my YouTube or my Fourth Wall or Patreon, you got to see some of the behind the scene bloopers when I do my TikTok videos. Yeah, let's just say there are some words that come out of this mouth without even realizing it. And then I rewatch it before as I'm editing it, and I'm like, I can't say that. I can't say that. Okay, so with specific camera angles and forced perspective, they could make the Bodega Bay Inn look like it was actually in the environment they wanted on a cliffside. The real Castle Green Hotel is located on a street in Pasadena, California, and was used for many other films in the franchise. The real Bodega Bay Inn is in Bodega Bay and was where Alfred Hitchcock filmed The Birds. I fucking love the movie The Birds. Side eyes, Raw. Raw trying to keep it PG. I'm rather amused. Right? Practical sex. That's what happens. It's been a while since I've watched The Puppet Master. Should rewatch it again right after this. You should, definitely. And you love the hotel setting? The hotel setting is all a friggin' miniature. It's the size of a friggin' refrigerator suspended by strings. Yeah, wrap your head around that one. Every scene that you see where you see the Bodega Bay Inn, that is not even the Bodega Bay Inn. They never filmed there. All they did was they created a smaller set design, like they said, about the size of a refrigerator, and created everything inside of that. And when they put it up on strings, they were able to put it upon a fake cliff. It's crazy what they did in this film for practical effects. Raw trying to keep it PG is like her trying not to cuss. I know, I just can't do that. Satan is good. Satan is our pal. Got clip linked in Discord. Nice, Macabre. It's like what they did in Ghost Ship with that boat. I love Ghost Ship. Yeah, Dahi, it is pretty friggin' wild what they did and how they did it, right? And like I said, it goes back to their camera tricks and the illusions that they were doing in this film to make everything look like it is life size. I thought it was really cool. The blood in the finger slicing scene was dyed green to avoid an X rating, because back in the day, these scenes that you see in Puppet Master would have given it an X rating. So they had to change a few things up, like changing the color of the blood. Even though this went direct to video, it still would have been subjected to a rating. And the MPAA are a bunch of bitches. I want to see full unfiltered raw in Discord chat at some point. It happens, Ace. It happens a lot when I'm not streaming and I can just, I'm not entertaining. Yeah, it does. Many people see it. They have a small display from the birds at the Bodega Bay Inn at the Tides restaurant. That's cool, Blood and Bruise. I have never been there. I mean, I live in Canada. It is pretty cool. It happens a lot and it's fun. It does. Yeah. Macabre knows. Yeah, I remember wondering about the green blood. That is why there's green blood, because if they would have had regular blood in 1989, this would have had an X rating, even though there is no real. I mean, you get to see the pervy doctor and the one psychic have a little, bomb chicken wow wow going on, but nothing too like insane. So I can't see that being why, but the blood would have definitely given it an X rating. Raw keeping it PG is like me trying to pretend I'm straight. I went down another rabbit hole and found Full Moon is selling a limited edition bomber jacket signed by Charles Band. Nice, James. I'm going to be meeting Charles Band this summer. I didn't even remember the green blood. No, you don't remember the green blood, but when you're watching it, you're just like, what the fuck? Why is that blood green? Now you know why the blood is green. The blood is green because if it was red, it would have been given an X rating, and then what? Right? Now, the scene, like Pinhead crawling out of a coffin. So you guys remember Pinhead crawling out of the coffin? That took 2 days to film, and 2 days to film it for just 17 seconds of footage. Yeah, that's how hard it was to film some of the scenes using puppets, using marionettes. They would take forever to do certain scenes. And the one crawling out of the coffin, 2 days just to film 17 seconds. Yeah, an X-rated puppet master. That's the leech woman, you know, the leech woman's side of things. 2 days just for that scene. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like in Looney Tunes game I've played with Petunia Pig is Ash, the survivor, and the blood is green. Yeah, that they do. Is Charles banned? Yes. Have you seen any of the announcements? We will be having, there's quite a few announcements that went up for Calgary HorrorCon, and I'm really excited. Yeah, really excited. Hi, Brian. How are you? Yeah, definitely feed. All right, so the puppets, like I said earlier, are only on screen for about 6 to 7 minutes. With the extensive teamwork required for their movements, it was impossible for them to be on screen any longer. But you don't realize that they're only on screen for 7 minutes, not unless you're actually looking and counting. So when you're watching the film, it's not like you don't see a lack of the puppets. You do, but they had to confuse you a little bit so you don't realize that you don't see the puppets on scene every time. They're not throughout the entire movie. And again, that's the way they shot this film helps with that and telling the story as well. So they are only on there for about 6 to 7 minutes. Several versions of each puppet are in existence. The film initially was conceived as a standalone, but led to numerous sequels. And like I said, each of these puppets have numerous copies. So there is puppets, like these marionette puppets out there, because there's quite a few of the same puppet, right? They had to do them several times for different shots. Ryan, good. Cold? Yeah, it is cold. I guess the fact they have such little screen time is a testament to how impactful they are, because it seems like they're on screen a lot longer. Yes, Dahi, it does. And again, that's the way they shot things, right? The way they shoot it, you think they're on throughout the entire film, but if you rewatch Puppet Master and you take a look to where and how often you see the puppets, you'll notice they're only on screen for a short amount of time. But that's what you have to do when you have something so extreme and so complicated. You have 5 people working one puppet. Can you imagine how many people on set with all of the puppets? We know Blade took 5, so Screwhead, Leech Woman, she had to probably have a few more as well because of the latex. It'd be pretty crazy on that set. Puppet Master does hold the record for most horror sequels in a direct-to-video format, which I thought was quite cool, because we have a lot of films that go to direct-to-video, but Puppet Master holds the record for most horror sequels in that field. And we are now done with Coffee Chat of Horrors deep dive into Puppet Master. I really do hope you enjoyed the information that I gave or have given here today. If you miss any of this, you can catch the VOD over on my YouTube channel, and that'll be up right away. As soon as the stream finishes, it goes straight up. If you caught it live, you won't get ads, but as a VOD, there will be some ads in it, guys. That was fun. Well, thank you very, very much for being here. Fun and educational. Yeah, I think I got everything in the Puppet Master first film. And I think having so many scenes shot in first-person POV for Blade helped too, and it was clever. Yes, definitely, Dahi. Definitely. Thank you very much, Charzy. I appreciate that. Let's go into this scene. This scene here. There we go. The research for CCOH takes me about a week. Obviously, I don't have all day to work on it. I do it in after work, after my regular job, and after in between my streaming that I do. So it takes me about a week trying to get everything scripted, put together, researched, everything. So it's not like one of those things that you just pull off of IMDb. Thank you, King. Thank you. Look at that. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you very much, Draven. Glad I was able to catch it live, especially this one. Awesome, James. I'm glad you were able to catch it as well. Thank you, Deepak. We do this every Sunday, guys. I thought it would be the Howling movies. Wait, what? What's going on with the Howling movies? I love Howling. Thanks for distracting me for a little while. You rock. Of course, Feed. Just joined the Discord. Welcome, Blood. I'll give you the movie role. Wondered why Leech Lady was the only lady puppet in the series. That might be a good question. You know what? I will ask Charles Band when I see him. Ra has helped me get my research levels higher. I do have to thank Reaper 1923 for all of the imagery, because Reaper is my partner in crime when it comes to the Coffee Chat of Horrors. All of the imagery that you see, he creates himself for the show, and I'm very grateful for Reaper. Tables are meant to be flipped. I agree with you, Riggs. They are meant to be flipped. We will be discussing The Stuff from 1985 next Sunday. As you know, Coffee Chat of Horrors is every Sunday, and we start at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Usually we start getting into CCOH, into the nitty gritty at about 15 after. So if you can't be here for the first opening, then don't worry about it. And if you do miss the show, again, it'll be up on VOD on my YouTube channel. You'll be able to catch it, and you'll be able to go through it as well if you don't want to sit through the whole live stream, because I know it can be a pain in the ass. Aurora, I love your guts as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. My mods, thank you for being here. We're going to run off and get some food, but I'm going to be playing some games in a couple hours in the Discord. I will be streaming in the Discord. I'm going to jump into 7 Days to Die later this afternoon. So if you see me in the Discord channel, come on in, join me, have a conversation, chill. Everybody's allowed to hang out. It's not like you can't come in there. 7 Days to Die, Mischief Maker. I need my zombie lovin'. Need it. What do you think about streaming on Kick? It's not for me, King. Kick doesn't like my type of content. My type of content is horror based, and there's not much on there when I have to compete with gambling and FPS. So I kind of stay away from Kick. Might be good for other people, but not for my type of content. Plus, it doesn't have a lot of interactiveness for viewers. So I'm glad you guys learn on CCOH, because that's the whole point of me doing the CCOH. I friggin' love talking about horror and deep diving into it. You have a great day, Charzy. You got everything on Puppet Master, from how they made it, the set, to practical sex. You got it all. I did get it all, didn't I, Philip? No worries, Chloe. Don't ever apologize for being late. You're here when you're here is how I think of it. My mods, thank you so very much, Deadwalk, for doing double duty. Like, seriously, thank you so very much. Deadwalk is on YouTube and on Twitch, doing their thing on both channels at the same friggin' time. Deadwalk is master. Regal, thank you so very much for coming in here. I know you're not feeling 100%, and I really appreciate you coming in over on the Twitch side and helping out and doing what you do here as well. Thank you so very much for that. Yes, have a good one, Philip. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a good one, Blood. We are going to do our credits, and boom. And hopefully these credits actually friggin' work this time. I have everything up and running. They're just really friggin' slow. I don't know why they're so slow. See? Slow fucking credits. Anyways, thank you to each and every one of you for spending your time here with me on your Sunday morning. Thank you for coming over on the YouTube side of things, chilling and chit-chatting with us, and on the Twitch side of things. I really appreciate your support just by being here and hanging out with us and just listening to me rattle on about horror. I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. I will see some of you in Discord. Monday night, we will be streaming. We might be checking out Inside Labs. We'll see how that goes. If not, we might dive into some Dead by Daylight. That'll be Monday night over on Twitch. And possibly over on my gaming YouTube, because I do have a gaming YouTube channel. It's Scream Queen gaming. That is where I do a lot of my streams for gaming if you want to check it out. You have a good day, Regal. You take care, Aurora. Thank you guys so very much for being here, chatting and keeping the conversation amazing. I really do appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out of your Sunday to come in and hang out with me. I am so grateful that you guys want to be here and chill. So thank you so very much. And I will see you guys. What our next full stream is Coffin Chat. So this Wednesday coming, we're going to talk about a couple of the new horror movies that are coming out for 2024. That is going to be our discussion and our category. Our topic of that day on Coffin Chat, which is Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Make sure to check out the other parts of the YouTube channel if you want to see what else is coming up next. And if you haven't done it already, hit that like button over there. Hit it. Slash it if you liked what you've seen today. Have a great day, everybody, and I will slash us all later. Bye. And YouTube.